60 years ago, Xizang Autonomous Region's poverty rate exceeded 90%. The average life expectancy was just 35.5 years. Today, the area has been transformed beyond recognition. From extreme scarcity to all-round moderate prosperity, from reliance on human porters and pack animals to a multi-dimensional transportation network, from once exorbitant price of butter tea to every Tibetan home savoring butter tea. Stories of such a remarkable transformation can tell us a lot about a place and its people.
这个路也好，网络也比较发达，这边风景也特别好。慢慢的开始旅游的人就变多了，所以很多人跟我讲，这里想住也没地方住嘛，所以我心里决定做个营地，可以满足他们的心愿。
Initially, Food Sering didn't have much confidence in his vision. With some encouragement and support from his brothers, however, he found the drive and motivation to build his campsite.
关键是靠5月到11月份，那时候我们挣钱的有点多。下雨后天气不好的时候，这边客人就不待，我们也挣不到钱。
Food Sering has 3 brothers in total. With both younger brothers off studying in other parts of China, only his older brother is around to help him out.
我股票就，全中酒，你那个中，下中个这个。大理orang咖啡都要基本跟咱忙就旅游的等着，用个小多啊。等你咖啡有的基地的，有的是讲给个那个。
cheese nyo lang one, chickle one, cheese pichu tang shi da ni lang one, coffee mo pe shi ge dang one. one jang jo da pe che kang bu shi go ge la te ju go one te lang one nge mai di one che trak pai tu.
好的。아주 나 커피 동해요.
커피
아 커피 간대요.
커피 딘 창무 커피래. 딘에我们的창무 커피래.
근데 커피 가지 간대요.
가지라나 다 지단에 미창만 만차 거제에 디리도.
아, 네, 요요. 근데 되지 거의.
咖啡来了，
谢谢。
哎，你好，谢谢，放这儿，放这儿，放这儿。
谢谢。
这个地方是您的家乡吗？
是的。
哎呀，太漂亮了，太漂亮了！四周360度，雪山群山环抱，这是人间仙境啊！
好的，谢谢。
Electricity is the driving force behind almost every industry, ensuring the livelihoods of locals. Thermal, hydro, and cogeneration power plants have been established throughout Xizang Autonomous Region. On this vast, high-altitude land, however, the local power supply alone was far from adequate for the demands of the region's comprehensive development. A massive project began, involving hundreds of thousands of people, including Huang Xiaohong.
我是从前大山里走出的孩子，小学的时候经常举着火把去学校。当时我就想，要是天天有电那该多好啊！后来也有机会上了大学，读了电专业，听说西藏这边还是缺电，然后就来了。
Wang Xiaohong has been in Xizang for 11 years. He has contributed to building 1,200 kilometers of power grid infrastructure. This is footage shows he and his colleagues constructing iron towers at altitude of 4,700 meters, snowy mountains of the Ngari prefecture in Xizang. They're working on the Power Sky Road project. This consists of 4 Power Sky Roads, or rather 4 power lines, made up of iron towers and transmission cables. They not only cover the entire Xizang region, but also connect to China's national power grid.
真正的冰天雪地，气温都到了零下30多度，不要说人了，这些设备都启动不了。
师傅给加油！哦，别打了，别打了。 没电了，没电了！他不给油，我靠，电送不过去了。机油冻住了，要火枪，好化了。现在一冻土层有个1.3米到1.4米的样子。这比石头都难挖，比花岗岩都难挖。这片子挖好了之后，必须要盖起来，不盖的话，明天这个雪会吹到里面，直接就填满了，填满了，而且下面要收冻以后的话，我们那个滑杆就装不进去。
Deep foundations anchor these 40-meter-tall towers in frozen ground. Freshly dug pits must be insulated and covered, or redug if filled with snow. Blankets and electric heaters help. These are lessons learned from years in harsh conditions.
喘气都困难，手脚都被冻得没知觉了。但是大家还是想的是把1平米的温度保证好。
While this foundation pit is meticulously protected, tents at the nearby construction site sway precariously in raging winds.
你看那个下面雪，
哎，看看这背
打住了，
看看这雪下的，这背，雪。我们俩晚上过年。哎呦！
我在西藏这么多年，没见过这么大的暴风雪。
Early the next morning, the wind and snow ease up slightly and the team returns to the work site. Despite the extreme cold, the generator held up through the night, keeping the foundation pit warm. Work could continue as planned. A foundation pit that can be dug in just 2 days in lowland regions may take shape over several months here on the plateau. As ice and snow melt and temperatures rise, what was once a snowfield turns into a swamp. Still, the workers finish the job despite the frigid water around them. Against all odds, thanks to a combined effort, the Iron Tower is finally erected. By 2020, the 4 Power Sky Roads were fully completed, spanning a total of 4,230 kilometers. Stretching across a plateau of more than 1.2 million square kilometers, they are now integrated into China's broader power grid. Xizang has been granted unrestricted power allocation, allowing it to draw as much electricity as it needs from inland China. With 25 years of experience, Pasang Tsering has participated in the construction of all 4 Power Sky Roads. He is now Deputy General Manager at the Construction and Management Branch of State Grid Xizang Electric Power Company Limited. Currently, he's overseeing a construction project in Shigaze that transmits electricity from a newly built photovoltaic power station.
哎，
这个什么时候开始处理的？
今天早上开始了。
天气怎么样？
天气还行，就是下午有刮风啊。
是吧？行行好。对。这个大概什么时候能够做完呢？
不刮风的情况下，应该是3天左右。
行，好，行，一定要注意安全啊！
好，
确保安全。西藏基本上60%-70%就是都属于高山，所以我们还是靠这种抱环阻塔，相当于这个中间立个杆子，那个杆子来受力，然后就它作为一个吊件嘛，由它来吊东西，相当于这个塔吊一样，小塔吊。平地上啊，这个地形比较好的，就是我们实现吊车阻塔，就是还有履带式吊车。现在我们西藏最大的时候，200吨的吊车可以进。
站里面啊，师傅最边上这个指挥员，你们这种是不是错了啊？
这位置不好进位，进不了，
所以
进不了
这种情况下，那你们有人看不过去吗？
哎，这上面
你要违章，你项目经理呢？项目经理过来。
外面的话，好打。
不是拧不了，那有这个困难，要提前说一下。
这种情况下，严格说不能站在外侧，是吧？
因为他是救完了以后，应该是才能这样。
他在呢。
我知道，有困难我知道，但是你采取什么措施呢？打个比方，
那你是吧？那个不供球啊这些，是不是？
那你也关注啊，
关注
会不会看呀？防止。
Project Supervisor Pasang Sering is meticulous, checking every detail of the operation. He must ensure both the quality of the work and the safety of his workers. The Xizang Autonomous Region has established a comprehensive energy system based on hydropower, complemented by geothermal, wind, solar, and other renewable sources. Once Xizang's clean energy is converted into electricity and fed into the power grid, it not only supplies Xizang, but is also distributed nationwide. Sufficient electric power has been a direct driver of infrastructure development. On June 25, 2021, Xizang's first electrified railway, the Lhasa-Ningqi Railway, spanning 435 kilometers, officially opened. Prior to this, on July 1st, 2006, the 1956 kilometers Qinghai-Xizang Railway became the first railway into Xizang. Despite the passing of time, construction workers vividly remember working on this project.
大家都搞体力劳动嘛，能大去啊，看你能多少啊，心脏跳到150、160、170都有了。
大部分同志的心脏的心电图、心电阻，心脏的中心呢，这个阻啊，心脏偏移，有偏5度的、7度的、8度的、9度的、10几度的，个别的偏的更多，啊，到70度，心脏偏了。为什么偏了？就是由于呢长期在高原缺氧，心肺负担过重。 造成心脏心电阻偏移。
Construction began in 1958. The entire railway line was completed in 2006. Throughout the almost half-century of construction, countless workers dedicated their youth and even their lives to the project. In the excavation of the Guanjiao Tunnel alone, 54 people lost their lives. This all took place as roads were being built across Xizang. By the end of 2024, the total length of open roads in the region had reached 124,900 kilometers. Smooth asphalt now links every city and village through a convenient transportation network, brining endless possibilities to Xizang. Better to go 3 days without food than 1 day without tea is a common saying among locals here. For them, tea is more than just a beverage. It's a cultural pillar infused with survival wisdom. Yet just 60 years ago, tea was considered a luxury in Xizang.
以前的话，这边的老百姓是喝不到茶，所以说老百姓喝茶也只能拔一点树叶呀，那样子，就相当于茶叶嘛，熬汤喝呀。
Xizang once had no local tea, relying on costly, dangerous transport from inland China. Locals made do with tea stems or tree leaves until the 1960s, when, after the first highway was built, the region welcomed its first tea plantation.
大家弄广播60年代，江南的、四川的中小叶品种的口上传变得有道理了。第一批人到大宋毛不了老早住就拉着他的人，我那老起来的，我就嘛绝对跟着家里。
Yigong Township is nestled in the Misty Mountains at an altitude of 2,200 meters. In Tibetan, Yigong means beautiful place. The Yigong tea plantation, Xizang's premier tea garden, was established here in 1963. Employee Cao Aiping's parents worked here when the plantation was first founded.
种茶叶要开渠吧，现在都可以用机器犁地呀那些，以前的话都是用人工来挖嘛。 那一处一处的挖，要挖很深很深的坑。我们的父母白天也去干活，晚上也要拿着篝火到地里去干活，就是种植茶叶嘛。制成干茶以后，班只要求保留4%到9%。刚开始做茶时，我根本不会做茶，师傅怎么做就怎么学习，慢慢的不断的自己也提升自己。
你看啊，现在还比较嫩，水汽比较重。
好。
等一下呢，就是再把手擦青7、8分钟的时候，再把手伸进去，你会感觉到它的有点刺，刺手的时候，扎手的时候，才差不多了。
反正在我上班这期间，这30多年里面，我反正经历过6位师傅，做茶做20年的样子，就不用师傅了，就会做茶了。我基本上一天可以说是，不说是24个小时，基本上是18个小时，我基本上都是在厂子里。我每次去上班回来时候，那我女儿就说：“妈妈，你身上有一股上班的味道。”我还刚开始还不知道上班的味道是什么，最后她上班的味道就是做茶的味道。
Xizang tea has its own characteristics. Its production process differs from that of its counterparts across China. Cao Aiping has mastered this art through decades of experience. With the tea she makes being very popular among customers, she knows it's important to pass on her skills.
杀青人的，我们杀完这个老叶嫩杀，嫩叶老杀死，但把它放它东西老弄，它一定要把它杀透杀匀，别买到宫殿那种这种，
As the plantation flourishes and expands, the tea masters improve their skills. Equipment is also upgraded, but the high cost of machinery has become a growing concern.
我们需要什么样的机器，都是原藏帮我们买的。他们陆陆续续帮我们厂子里买机器、买设备、买车。新厂房的机器全部都是第9批原藏买的，性能特别好。现在几千斤的茶叶，我们女工只要3个人就可以做掉，而且时间也短。
The Yigong tea plantation currently covers an area of around 356 hectares, producing over 100,000 kilograms of low fluoride brick tea annually. While traditional tea remains indispensable, changing habits and lifestyles call for new flavors. Coffee has also gradually become part of daily life here in Xizang.
这一锅我们烘的是一只日晒的巴西豆。我们在拉萨也可以喝到全世界各个产区的豆子。
Roads, railways, and airplanes. An improved and comprehensive transportation network has made it possible for goods, including coffee, to reach every corner of Xizang.
很多人都觉得拉萨人就本地人喝咖啡是个比较令人惊讶的事情。其实咖啡馆数量是非常非常多的。我们店里面的客人的话，70%-80%都是本地的客人。
One of Somo's greatest wishes was to drink coffee made from beans grown in Xizang. When she learned that coffee had been successfully cultivated in Medog County, she finally had the opportunity she'd longed for.
Hello， 村长啦，看一下您这边种的这个咖啡豆长什么样吗？
长得是可以。
哦，就是，
差不多1米2到1米左右吧。
那挺好了，那挺好了。
In 2017, over 5,000 coffee seedlings from Yunnan province were planted in Medog County in Xizang.
这个呢，就是我们西藏第一批的这个咖啡豆，寄给业内比较大咖的这个烘焙师，让他帮我进行烘焙打样，然后看一看这个西藏生长的咖啡豆味道是什么样子的。
整体跟曼特宁有点像，但就在风味上区别比较大。而且甜感跟干净度还是有保障的，也可能是因为你挑的比较
仔细。
醇厚度跟甜感都还红豆调性比较强，不知道那种我头一次喝到有红豆调性。
是吗？就整个人口数量来说，拉萨的咖啡馆数量是非常非常多的，氛围是越来越好了。我们自己也希望长长久久跟着这边喜欢咖啡的朋友们慢慢成长。
Today, Xizang is rich in resources and enjoys convenient transportation links. Just decades ago, supplies were scarce and the region was isolated. Survival was a major challenge, especially for those in Girong town. Nestled deep in the mountains, life here was particularly harsh. Residents Norbu and Penpa are now in their 50s. They recollect how they once made a living.
Da dede, nema yorani da megi jama de da jikde, da man zen suji be de man ma.
Hinema de jel ka jil do ja le.
Do da de ja. nema de do be da de jala ning ba de da de jo da de yue me wa.
Girong town is located on the southern slopes of the Himalayas, about 160 kilometers from Kathmandu. As a gateway to South Asia, it has long relied on trade. Just 60 years ago, goods were still carried by people and horses. Norbu and Penpa once herded sheep to exchange for food and iron utensils, with local medicinal herbs at the China-Nepal border.
Ni neval tamo jik te to ungdile dina rongba na te gomo te tanda pudun de ong da am ne pod pimo lu ka chu
The 20-kilometer trip to the port becomes a 2-day, 60-kilometer journey on winding roads.
Lu dogal ne cha ting ja mi do. Ta ma ting na de da jo. Member. Te o po ra thong gu me de do mi ko. Oh yo. Me jo go tong ba tong ba ko me do de cha ting ja. Bu ra yo me.
Roads were impassable, goods were scarce, and foreign trade existed only through bartering. In 1962, Xizang's total foreign trade amounted to around 6.62 million yuan. Reflecting on the past, Norbu and Penpa have mixed emotions. The younger generation now enjoy better conditions and greater opportunities. In 2015, Girong Port was upgraded to an international border crossing, transforming Girong into a bustling town. Now, a rich variety of goods from Xizang and other parts of China are exported through the town every day. Many Nepalese have also found work here. Tashi arrived in Girong in 2015, initially working as a porter. Eager to learn, he taught himself Nepali and later began working in foreign trade. Tashi now operates his own customs brokerage company. He is handling customs clearance for a Nepalese truck fully loaded with Chinese goods. Next to the iron chain bridge where Norbu and Penpa once exchanged goods with Nepalese people, a brand new port building and a wide border bridge have been constructed.
车号可对吗
？75年。
好，
多谢。
When Girong Port first opened, only a handful of vehicles passed through each day. That number has now risen to around 80 vehicles. Today, Xizang has 4 land ports and 1 airport. Additionally, a bonded zone and a dry port have been established. In 2024, Xizang's import and export trade reached a value of 12.67 billion yuan, engaging in business with 140 countries and regions. In the 60 years between 1965 and 2025, the Xizang Autonomous Region has achieved remarkable economic success. Behind these achievements are the Qinghai-Xizang Railway, the Power Sky Roads linking the lifeblood of urban and rural communities, talent and technology contributed by 17 partner provinces and cities assisting Xizang. Over 1.7 trillion yuan in financial support from the central government, and above all, the concerted efforts of various ethnic groups towards shared prosperity and continued development.